Hey guys, so I got a video request by James22939, thank you James, requesting that I show a little more in depth the suitcase that we bring on vacation. The suitcase, after doing a whole bunch of research, the one that we found that was not going to break the bank and was incredibly durable and had a great amount of positive reviews was this. This is the Ebags TLS Motherload Weekender bag, and we got it off of Amazon. I'll link it below. This color, unfortunately, I think has been discontinued, but that's too bad. We have two of these. They're kind of like a jewel tone green color, but on Amazon they have purple, turquoise, black, and a whole bunch of different colors. The price of this goes for around $79.99, but you get free shipping on Amazon, which is great. And it is the lowest price, high quality backpack style suitcase that I was able to find. So check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the camera here and kind of show you a lot of the different features of this bag and why I like it so much. Okay, here it is laying flat, and it does meet carry-on requirements for the United States and Canada Airlines. For some of the smaller regional jet planes, there's not necessarily enough overhead room in the overhead bins, so sometimes you do have to gate check any bag that's not going to fit under your seat in front of you. Generally speaking, anything that's like this big will fit under your seat, but this is a standard size carry-on requirement for all major United States airlines and most of Europe. So there are a couple of features on the very top of the bag that I really like. I like these grab handles. There's one here, one on the side, and one on the top. So it makes it really easy to put it in the overhead bin. That's really good, especially for a little weakling like myself. I need as many grab handles as I can to get this over on top of in the overhead bins. And they say if you can pick this up and put it on your fridge, then you are good to go with weight limits. So that's something I do practice before I leave, just to make sure I can lift it over my head without too much of a problem. And I have been fine the last few trips that we've used with this bag. So a couple of features that it also has on the front, we've got a front pocket here. This is great for any kind of boarding passes. It's kind of a smaller type of case, and I like that the inside is orange as well. It helps you to be able to like look in here. It's not a dark hole. You can kind of see where everything is, but this is a great pouch for boarding passes. I also like to keep wet wipes in here just so they're easily within reach. Also, I like to put in some Kleenex, things like that in this part of the bag. So then there's also these two, and I like that their zippers are really sturdy. These two zippers here that can be locked. See, there's a little hole there. And so in this pocket, we generally put our shoes, but it has organizing compartments in it, which is excellent. And it does come with a shoulder strap if you wanted to make it into a shoulder bag. So you have that option. So I love the organizational compartments up here. This is a great spot for your phone, for pencils or pens, a little mesh area, which is great if you want to keep items separate, but you can still, see through and see what that is. And there's also two other zipper places on here for longer types of items in here. And then another feature that I like about this inside part is that it also has a key ring, or you can put your wallet on here so nobody can yank your wallet from you. So it's nice to have that kind of little attachment. And it's a really deep, kind of wide front part of your bag. So I like that a lot. Another front feature that it has this little window so you can put your address or your whatever kind of contact information. What I generally put on these is I will put a cell phone and I will put an email address. I will not put my address on here. Just kind of a habit. So then it has this little pocket here. If you are like me and have to have a water bottle with you when you travel, it has a pull out, but it doesn't come out, a pull out water bottle holder, which is awesome when you go to the airport and grab your water bottle. You just put it in here and it'll just kind of keep it. But when you're not using it, this is also like a little hidden bag if you wanted to keep smaller items tucked away out of view. And it just goes in this little pocket here, which is lovely. All right, so then this top part I like to use for our liquids. Just, the 311 rule when you're going through the airport. This is a really easily accessible pouch, and it's plenty big to keep your 311 bag in. Just a nice feature to have too, or anything that you want to keep well within reach. We'll sometimes keep sunglasses, things that we want to keep accessible. So let's go to the inside of the bag now. If I can find where the zipper is, there it is. The zipper goes all the way around, which is very convenient. This top flap lifts up. So this mesh pouch is a pretty good size. It's probably about, 2 inches deep or so. So it can kind of keep items separate, but you can still see through it. And then the inside part, there is a pouch that you can take out. So if you don't want that in there, that's what I did on our last trip. I had so much stuff piled in here that I didn't want this laying on top because I didn't want it getting crushed. I had some jewelry in here, I had some makeup, extra sunglasses, things like that in this pouch. So it's meant, I think, for toiletries or items that you want to keep, really easily accessible on top, but you can undo it and, it just has snaps, it comes apart. That's a nice feature as well. Flip that over. So this is the main compartment of the bag. I would say it's about 5 inches or so. Like here's my hand. I have a fairly normal size hand. And yeah, I would say it's about 5 or so inches. And this bag does expand if you want it to. When you do expand it though, it starts to kind of infringe on the carry-on requirement as far as size goes. So if you're just taking this hiking or in the car or whatever, feel free to expand this. If you're taking it on an airplane and you want to keep it as a carry-on, I wouldn't do the expansion. It's right here and it gives you an extra inch or so. So it has these straps to kind of compress down your clothes, which is a nice feature. And I also like that it has this plastic piece here as well. So it won't kind of break the straps down here. It gives it a little bit of extra support. So then this bag also has an option of creating a shelf. That's what this little flap is too, so you can keep your items separate. And they just plug in, let me see if I can do this one-handed, to this little piece right here, and the same thing on this side. There we go. So it kind of creates an extra little shelf space. You can put shoes or something down here, put your clothes up here, and if you do tip the bag up, it'll still have this shelf to keep everything separate. So in my bag, when I packed for Miami, I had this up. For my husband's bag, he had it down so he could pack all of his clothes kind of in one layer. So then going back to the outside of the bag again, it also has compression straps, which is a nice thing to have. So if you do have a ton of clothes in here, you can compress it down to kind of keep it within that size requirement for your airline, depending on what the airline is, of course. You may not even need to use those, but we use them because it gives it a little extra support as well. So you can choose to use the handles to carry your bag through the airport, which is totally fine, or you can use these straps. The straps hide in this little pouch here. So all you do is you unplug them here. I don't know if I can do it with one hand. There we go. And then they just slide straight down in this pouch if you don't want to use it as a backpack. So there's an option for you if you just want to use it as a hand carry. We like to use it as a backpack because it helps to evenly disperse the weight, and it's better for running through extremely long airports like Washington Dulles or Atlanta. For those of you who have been through those airports, you completely understand what I'm talking about. My husband used this when he went to New York as well. Worked out great for him. And see, it also has these straps, which are great for hiking. Gives you a little bit of extra support there. And you have these extra little holders, kind of, what do you call these? Like little rings scattered throughout the bag so you can attach things to them as you see fit. Now, one other thing that is awesome, and I actually had to use it this time, is there is a hidden laptop space. And that's what this strap or this zipper is here. And it is right there, and you can see it has a little padded kind of protective. Let me see if I can unplug this here for you so you can see. Can't really see it very well, but it'll keep your laptop in check, right, like that. It'll keep it protected, so you can see it doesn't have to be up. This does reach all the way to the bottom of the bag, but if you have this flap up, it can kind of create a little bit of a holder for a smaller size laptop. Unfortunately, you have to take your laptop out currently when you're going through the security line in your checked bags. This is not a checkpoint friendly, what do they say, electronics bag because of these straps that are here. So you do have to take your laptop out and put it in the bin, but it is a great place to keep your laptop, and this is padded, so it's nice and protected in there. Okay guys, that is it. That is my love here. The TLS Motherload Weekender Ebags convertible backpack, whatever, I'll link it below. Big title. They have a lifetime warranty on their bags, and they are made in the USA, so they're very high quality. Absolutely love them, and I hope you love them as well. So give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Okay guys, I hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend, and I will see you again very soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thanks. Bye.